Up at Sam's Club.
Member Candace Reed on the Sam's Club Spring Stock Up event with big savings on brand name essentials like Cascade, Glade, Quilted Northern, and more. Not a member? Join now, get a gift card up to $25, and watch the savings add up.
It's a sure sign you're at Sam's Club.
Stock up for spring April 25th to May 3rd at Sam's Club and samsclub.com. Savings made simple.
Here to the PM show on CRN Digital Talk Radio, syndicated nationally on this great radio station, cable systems throughout the country. Check us out at the website, crntalk.com. We got YouTube videos over there. We got pictures of Bob and the people that send letters in here. Check it out. We're talking about the one and only Mr. Robert Conrad.
Okay, and thank you for that introduction again. If I don't thank Mike every time he gives me that introduction,
I get upset.
Yes, he gets upset.
I do.
Anyway, so you've worked with many great legends. Can I name just two? Ida Lupino was one. I was thrilled to have worked with her. She was one of the first and only female directors at that time.
Great, Ida Lupino, wonderful.
Ida Lupino was wonderful. And then there was another actor, Herd Hatfield.
Who was it?
Herd Hatfield.
Herd, H-E-R-D, Hatfield?
H-E-R-D, Hatfield, yeah.
Herd Hatfield. And
yeah,
that was
look him up if you're on the internet. Look Herd Hatfield up. Okay,
all right, we got our guest ready to go here.
Is he here?
Yes, he's here. He's ready. This is great. All right,
man.
We're excited here.
We'll answer the rest of your question because we have our guest and we don't have our guests wait. And subsequently, we're going now. Now, let me say this to you, audience. This guy, I always, that's three always, admired. And I have not read the book yet, but I was thrilled when I found out that he would be our guest. I now have the book. It's with me, and I asked permission to be able to keep it. And I was given that permission, so I'm going to read it. And I can only say that it's going to be an outstanding experience for me because he's had an outstanding career. There's never been a talk show to equal Dick Cavett's. His guest list was miraculous. His conversations dazzling, and it's a pleasure to relive much of it in his wonderful book. That comes from a brilliant guy named Woody Allen.
Wow.
Do you know that the age-old question, if you could have dinner with anyone in the world, living or dead, who would it be? Well, assuming Santa Claus is unavailable, my answer would be Dick Cavett. After reading Talk Show, you could just imagine what a conversation with him would be like: pleasant, insightful, and oddly erotic. Dick Cavett is a legend and an inspiration to me. Jimmy Fallon, who's kind of current, isn't he?
He is current.
Yes.
He's probably learned a lot from reading that book and watching
and
Dick.
stealing, yes.
I didn't say that.
Well, I said it.
But you're an icon.
Right,
you can
thank
say
you.
it.
Praise for Dick Cavett, one of the best and wittiest conversationalists, Groucho Marx, a true sophisticate with daunting intellectual range, and that's from Cleve James. And we could go on and on and on.
He's a great guy.
If you want more, I want you to go out and I want you to get this book, and then I want you on your emails to me or your phoners to call me and talk to me about what you've read. It's called Dick Cavett Talk Show, Confrontations, Appointed Commentary, and Off-Screen Secrets. All right, I'm going to show you a picture of it now, and I'm going to get him in a second.
We'll have this on the
He's
website at crntalk.com.
All right, here it is.
The great Dick Cavett. It's called Talk Show, the book Dick Cavett. It's out of bookstores everywhere. You can download it as I've done. I have the copy of that book,
yes.
and I also downloaded it on my Kindle.
Well, that's why I've got
the
the book. You go to 11 million homes. That's the audience that this show has, and I'm thrilled to share that with you.
As long as we go to Dick's home, I'm happy.
Now, yes, and I'll give you one other thing about Cavett. If you want it, you can go on Wikipedia and look him up. There are some things in Wikipedia that aren't 100%. But,
you know that from past experience.
Well, I know that because I wasn't born in 1919 or whenever they said it was. So now here we have a wonderful, wonderful guest, and I'm honored to have him, and everything I've said has been the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You're sworn in. Please take your witness, sir.
Dick, Thank you.
I'm sorry, I got tired of hearing about myself and I took a nap.
Well, I knew you would. I mean, God bless you for doing that. That's why I said
Well, I
get
couldn't-
Wikipedia.
I know you. It's exhausting to know all that stuff about myself. By the way, Hurd Hatfield is spelled H-U-R-D.
H-U-R-D. Hurd Hatfield. Gotcha.
Yeah, I knew him, and it does seem kind of strange because whenever I see him in a film, he seems so much of the movies that it's almost strange to think that I actually knew him.
Hey, Hurd,
he retired from the business. Not many actors really do that.
What was the classic that he did? A portrait of.
Picture of Dorian Gray. Portrait
of Dorian Gray?
Dorian Gray, yeah, and with the great George Sanders in it. And can anyone name the hit song from that movie sung by Angela Lansbury?
Ooh.
No. What was the hit movie?
Goodbye, little yellow bird.
Oh, wow.
That's all I know of it. But
Wow.
how many of your friends could come up with that much?
No.
Nobody.
No, listen, let me say this to you folks out there, because you know I love you. Get this movie. It is absolutely magnificent. The Portrait of Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
How I was introduced to him, and I had an opportunity. I was asked by the producer of the Wild West. He said, "What would you like? What can we do?" And I said, "You can get Hurd Hatfield to do the show." And they went, "Who?"
Oh, God, yeah.
And I said, "Hurd Hatfield," and he's now living in Ireland.
By the way, listeners and viewers and people who intuit your show will be calling to tell us that we have twice referred to the movie by the wrong title.
All right, give it to us.
The Picture of Dorian Gray. The portrait is part of the plot.
Oh,
All
there
right,
you go.
the picture of Dorian Gray. Anyway, to get to the chase, Dick, he was flown over at my request. He did our show, and he sat with me in the dressing room and visited with me. And it was a high point in my career, and I was thrilled. So I wanted.
Oh, God,
to
what year was this, Robert?
Oh God, it was 1966, maybe.
Ah, yes, yeah, I know. He did go to Ireland.
Yeah.
He used to have a house out here near where I am in Montauk, in Sag Harbor.
Yeah. Well,
And
I'm
but
glad.
that's funny because that novel, the Dorian Gray novel by Wilde, was used against him in his trial.
Really?
Yeah. And there was a sort of, there were several moments in the trial, the transcript is fascinating, where his wit, he couldn't resist using, even to his detriment, as in, not so much in this case, where someone said, this book has been called an immoral book. Is it an immoral book, Mr. Wilde? And he said, it is worse than immoral. It is badly written.
Oh gosh.
No, that wasn't about his book. That was about another novel. About himself, he said, one of the worst moments was when they took one of the renter boys who had given evidence against him, brought him into court, referred to him, and then put Wilde on the stand and said, did you ever kiss the boy, Mr. Wilde? And the courtroom gasped. And he said, no, he was a very plain boy. Well, he got an enormous laugh, but they honed in deadly on him for that. And, and as we know, he went to jail.
Yeah.
And standing on a platform in chains, this great...
Hang on here, Dick. We're up against the break. We're coming straight back with you. You got to hear the rest of the story. Dick Cavett with Robert Conrad.